Welcome, O Ramadan.
Ramadan session. This is Bold Ethics, and you are all welcome. If you are new to this YouTube channel, kindly click the subscribe button, turn on the notification icon. Today, inshallah, we have invited one of our resource persons in person of Ustaz Muhibudeen Ajadi. Salam alaikum, Ustaz.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Ramadan Mubarak, sir. How is the family?
Alhamdulillah.
Ustaz, this is a time whereby people are looking at what should we rely on. Okay, we are in the month of Ramadan, but we know there are so many happenings around the world, everywhere and every year and there, and we want to look at what is the concept of reliance on Allah, and how can we benefit from this important aspect of Islam. We hope that you will be able to share some light on this topic and guide us aright. May Allah make it easy, sir. Bismillah.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa wahdahu la sharika lahu wa nashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad wa sallim. We give thanks to Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala,
Alhamdulillah,
who has spared us to witness yet another Ramadan on the service of the heart. We beseech him to increase his benediction on Muhammad al-Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his household, and all those that follow in the day of the judgment. Alhamdulillah, on the topic reliance on Allah, which means Tawakkul ala Allah, to put our reliance on Allah. First and foremost, in Quran, Allah instructed Prophet Muhammad sallallahu that وَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى الْحَيِّ الَّذِي لَا يَمُوتُ, that rely on Allah الَّذِي لَا يَمُوتُ, the one that will never die. So it's a command, Allah commanding. And one of the characteristics of a Muslim in Surah Al-Anfal, Quran chapter 8, verse 1 to 5, Allah says that إنما المؤمنون الذين إذا ذكر الله وجلت قلوبهم وإذا تليت عليهم آياته زادتهم إيمانا وعلى الله يتوكلون. That indeed the believing men, إذا ذكر الله, when Allah is mentioned to them, وجلت قلوبهم, they fear Almighty Allah, they feel the tremor in their hearts, and the iman, and this now increase them in their faith. And they now put their trust on Allah. So first, our scholar in Islam, Ibn Qayyim Rahimahullah, define tawakkul, that is putting our trust on Allah, that it is a leaving all our affairs, all our matters to Allah. Seeking is a assistance, and seeking is a protection all against all those things that we do not love. So it defines. In the same token, Ibn Rajab equally defined tawakkul, that it is for the heart to be sincere in relying on Allah and bringing whatever we desire, and eschewing or protecting against the harmful one. So one of our scholars again, even Sheikh Utaymin, equally defined tawakkul, that is to be sincere in relying on Allah in order to attain whatever we desire and protecting against the harmful one. So the key point in tawakkul is that you put your reliance on Allah. Commit all your affairs in the hand of God. Whether you want something or you desire that God should protect you against all evils. That's number one. Number two, as Muslims, we need to know that putting our reliance on Allah connotes two things. Number one is the other, that is, we want protection. We seek refuge in Allah against the harmful one, what we don't want, the distasteful one, and all those bad things. The second one is the honor. You equally commit your life into the hand of Allah in terms of assistance, anything we want, anything comfort or comfortability, whether in terms of a good life, in terms of children, in terms of money, in terms of good employable, any other, in terms of peace, all those things we desire. So those are the key things. Now that does not preclude human effort, and this is where some Muslims they miss it, or some human beings they miss it. The thing you commit your life into the hand of God, everything, and you decide not to do anything. No. In one of the hadiths of the Prophet said, لو أنكم توكلون على الله حق توكله لرزقكم كما يرزق الطير. That if indeed you put your trust in Almighty Allah, Allah will have enriched you, will have provide provision for you in abundance, as He provide provision for the birds. The birds, they leave their nest in the morning, they go out, and they return in the late in the evening. No, they will have better food. What does it mean? They left their nest. So that's an effort. Prophet Muhammad, when he wanted to embark on Hijrah, he did not sit on his bed. Before the Hijrah, number one, he employed somebody who is not even a Muslim, who knows an abandoned way which people do not ply regularly, to lead him to Medina. Number two, he employed the service of Asma, the daughter of Abu Bakr, that you, at a particular time, come and provide this for us. Number three, he employed the service of Ali to stay back, so that all those trusts they committed into the hand of the Prophet, those who kept money with him, those who kept property, when he leave, he can discharge of this trust. Number four, he left in the night. Number five, the Prophet prayed to Allah before he left. In Surah Yasin, Allah says, وَجَعَلْنَا مِنْ بَيْنِ أَيْدِيهِمْ سَدًّا وَمِنْ خَلْفِهِمْ سَدًّا فَأَغْشَيْنَاهُمْ فَهُمْ لَا
يُبْصِرُونَ. Allah Akbar.
Can you imagine? Not only that, he did not go straight. He followed a path, a road that people do not climb regularly. All these are strategies. All these are human effort. In other words, who among human beings on the surface who can put his trust on another than Prophet Muhammad? Yes, it took that human effort. So you and I, we must equally put an effort. How do we do that? As a student, you must read your book regularly. You practice with others, and now you pray to Allah. You put your trust in Him. Number two, if you are a parent, you must take care of your children, education, discipline-wise, and give adequate care. And now you now pray to Allah for His Rahman to guide you, to assist you to take care of your children. That is tawakkul. If you don't do this, you don't put in human efforts. You now say you put your trust in Allah, you are testing God. That is stupidity. It's just like a driver. You want to drive from Lagos to Abuja, no key. Oh, he has a key. No diesel, no petrol. Oh, he has petrol. No driving license. All these things. Can you imagine? So human effort is very, very necessary. Not only that, let us look at the Quran. In Surah to Quran chapter 19, verse 25, when Allah addressed our Nana, our mother, the mother of Prophet Isa, alayhi salatu wasalam, Nana Maryam, Allah ordered when she has become pregnant. So Allah now ordered her to shook a tree, a palm tree of dates. Shake it, oh Maryam, shake that palm tree. The date will drop. A fresh fruit date, and eat it for what to supper. Despite the fact that he has a miraculous pregnancy, despite the fact that Allah was addressing through angel, she did not sit down and say, Allah will take care. She stood up and shook that palm tree, and therefore the fruits, the day they drop, that's human effort. That is human effort. That's why she was in agony, she was in pain. She stood up, followed the instruction, and she did the what? Human effort. In other words, you and I, we must not look less on human effort. It is first you put your human effort, you now put your trust in Allah. How do you put your trust in Allah? You seek for assistance that He will assist you on it. There are plenty of blessing will envelope that effort you have made. Secondly, you put your trust in Him that He will protect you against the evils and distraction and all those counterproductive things can be happen to your effort. That is a real reliance on Allah. Further, as Muslims, we need to know that the Prophet ﷺ has exemplified every type of life for us. For instance, they were in one of the war, Egypt. He wanted to sleep. He hung his sword, and before he slept, he prayed to his Lord, unknowing to them that there was a spy who was looking for his head. The spy stood up and grabbed the sword and woke the Prophet. Oh Muhammad, who can save you now? Just woke up suddenly from the sleep. You want to kill me? Who can wake? Who can save you now? He said, Allah, Allah. See two things. Number one, before he slept, he was just resting under the tree along his tree. He prayed to Almighty Allah. Number two, he slept correctly. Number three, when there was a danger, he did not say, you are going to save me. Please, for God's sake. No. He remembered lying instantly. So in other words, anything you are doing, put for God first. And while you are doing it, don't forget God. And after it, you equally pray for success, for barakah, for more blessing. So when the prayer now shouted, Allah, Allah, you guys, miraculously, Allah let the sword left the hand of his enemy who wanted to kill him. And the prophet now grabbed this sword and said, okay, Mr. Man, who can now save you? You no, because he didn't have blood. So in other words, we should know as Muslims that there will be problems. Quran says, indeed we have created man into toil, into difficulty, into challenges. So from that verse and other verses, it is certain that we are going to be confronted with many difficulties. Whether you believe or you don't believe, once you are a human being, it is bound. You are born of flesh and the blood. You are going to have challenge upon challenge. It's not like a student. From primary to second, from secondary to university to master, from master to AD. He wants progress, but he hates examination. Is that possible? That is not practical. So in other words, you and I we should know that we are going to be this bound. We have become for the difficulties. So when we now have this, number one, there is an effort expected of you and I to do. Number two, you put your trust in Allah, that Allah is enough to take care of. In another part of another hadith of the Prophet, where Muhammad says, if you want to go out of your house for your daily struggle, pray, say Bismillah, Tawakkaltu ala Allah, la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Say, anytime you want to leave your house for your struggle, you want to go to your place of employment or wherever, say, Tawakkul, Bismillah, in the name of Allah,
Tawakkaltu ala Allah,
I commit myself.
La hawla
I put my trust in Allah.
wala quwwata illa billah.
There is no power, no strength. No power, no strength to incur good things or to eschew of
Evil.
bad things except from Allah. The Prophet said, if you say this, there will be forest, the angel will now respond that Allah, you have been safeguarded, you have been protected, and this journey of yours that you embark on is now safe from evils. So, in other words, once you say that statement, you have ensured your journey for that day, and you return home safely. If there is anything there along the line, you remember the Lord, just like the Prophet prayed before he slept. And when there's a danger in the night, he remains to say, Allah, Allah, Allah. Yes, that is the culture of Muslims. We should know that we must put our trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In addition to that, Prophet Muhammad equally said that whenever we want to do anything, we should say, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. If you do this, you have protected that thing, you have safeguarded it, you have ensured and such a thing. Want to lay your hand on anything, part of the culture of Tawakkul that shows that you put your trust in Allah, you should pray for that thing. Because you don't know, the future is just like a pregnancy. You don't know what it will be. Even if you know the nature of the child through the scan, it's a boy, it's a girl. Do you know it's a destiny? It's going to be a rich man, a wretched man, going to be a wealthy man, or poor man. You don't know. So that's what we have to pray. So the Prophet has given us prayers and guidelines to realize, to really actualize the concept of trust in Allah. You want to get married, you want to have a partnership with your colleague, with your business associate. Before you lay your hand on it, of course, you sit down, you plan what's known as a feasibility study. After you have perfected your feasibility study, what about the architectural aspect of it? All these are human effort. Then you now put your trust in Allah by praying. You do istihara, or you recite some portion from Quran, or some giving sunnah of the Prophet in a particular prayer. So this is the correct way of putting our trust. If we don't do this, we just sit down to pray 100 times, to pray 1,000 days without putting efforts. It is as if we are subjecting ourselves to ridicule. Somebody wants to become a professor. He doesn't go to university. He doesn't go to college. He doesn't go to anywhere. He's a farmer. He's an apprentice. No, it is not done. No. You want to become a rich man. You want to become a family man, a responsible family man. You don't have any artisanship. You don't have anything. No work, no nothing. You continue to pray 100 times, days and fasting. No. You are subjecting yourself to ridicule. That is a wrong, is an erratic way of putting trust in Allah. So, as Muslims, when we now put our trust in Allah, this will manifest, one, in our daily life, two, in our interaction with our family, with your father, with your mother, with your wife, with your husband, of course, with your children and your parents. Three, it will manifest in the way you relate with your fellow human being, with your neighbor, because you put your trust in Allah. They say, somebody is trying to do what we call in Nigeria juju against you. If you don't take, after you have prayed, you sit down and adjust. You sit down and observe what is his problem. This is to say, this man is a wicked man. I'm so wicked to him. So you adjust, you observe what is happening. Don't take chance. You are driving from Lagos to Kaduna. When you get to Kogi, Lokoja, they told you there is a ambush of armed robbery on the way. And I said, there is no problem. I put my trust in that. No, you don't do that. You Google. You are in a digital life. You take your phone. You Google. Is there any other escape route rather than taking Lokoja road? Is there another road you can take to bypass the ambush by the armed robbery? Then that is human effort. Is there any nearby police, or you have a friend who is a police or a soldier man? You call him. I'm in Lokoja. We are traveling to Kaduna. You learn there is an ambush by the armed robbery at so place. So please, what help can you render? After you have taken possible human effort, you have to supplicate to Allah. You pray to Him and you put your trust.
Now,
the Prophet said, you pray to Almighty Allah, you do true, and something bad happened to you. It is part of what Allah has destined is to happen. And if you have not prayed, it will have been so worse than that.
Allahu Akbar.
Yes, it will have been so worse. Tell me I'm a prayer. I'm a prayer. I pray to Almighty Allah. I did all the needful. Why should this thing happen to me? No. What do you say? Say in the life
Why you know
Allah has decided that this thing will happen. So that is about that. So in addition to that, the Prophet Sallam equally in one of his hadiths emboldened the Muslims to always pray before they sleep. When you want to sleep, you ensure your life. He said, supplicate to Almighty Allah. Bismillah. Bismillah. I want to ahya. In your name, I want to sleep, and in your name, I want to wake up. And you recite Ayatul Kursi. You recite Surah Al-Ikhlas. You recite Surah
Falak.
You recite Surah Falak. And you now spit on your hand. You now that you start spit to rub your face, your head, rub all your part as much as possible, and you sleep. He said, if you do this, Allah will appoint an angel to till the day will break. When the day breaks, after Al-Fajr, that has expired. If you say the same prayer, Ayatul Kursi, Surah Al-Ikhlas, Surah Al-Nas, Surah Al-Falak, you say it again before you set out, and I will appoint another angel to be guiding you till the day will go set in the evening. So this is an insurance. This is a practical way of trust in Allah.
Now,
to the nipple, human effort, pray to him, and you now put your trust in him. You conceive it in your mind that God will continue to protect me, give me my request and my prayer, and after I've done the needful, anything that happens is by the destiny of Allah.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.
Enough time?
Yes. Jazakumullah khaira. Jazah. We give thanks to Almighty Allah, who has given our Ustaz the opportunity of giving us that understanding. From what he said, and you can see I was jotting down some points referring to the scholars of the statement of scholars, Ibn Qayyim, Ibn Rajab, Sheikh Ibn Taymi, and he said Tawakkul, or putting reliance on Allah, involve two things: seeking protection in Allah, committing our lives to Allah. Human efforts are required. That is where I think it is important he emphasized it, just like the man that had a camel, and he said he put the trust in Allah that his camel will be secured. The Prophet advised him, go and tie it down. That is human effort. Then you now put your trust in Allah. So if you have questions regarding to the concept of tawakkul and matters of tawakkul, kindly put in the description. Because of time, we would allow these questions that we are going to refer to our lecturer, who would advise on that. Brothers and sisters, if you are just new to this YouTube channel, kindly click the subscribe button. I say jazakumullahu khaira. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Welcome, O Ramadan.